Ruins surround you in Greece, once great Bronze Age cities now silent. The collapse that marked the end of the Late Bronze Age around 1200 BCE was sudden and devastating, reshaping societies across the Mediterranean and Near East. This fragment of a chariot wheel, these shattered walls, they tell the story of a tumultuous period when complex civilizations crumbled and new cultures emerged from the ashes. The Bronze Age was a period marked by advanced civilizations, grand architecture, and intricate metalworking techniques. However, around 1200 to 1150 BCE, this era experienced a rapid collapse, leading to the decline of major cities and complex societies across the Mediterranean and Near East. The exact causes remain an active area of archaeological research and debate. So here's what you need to know. Around 3,200 years ago, the Late Bronze Age world underwent a drastic transformation. The Mycenaean civilization flourished in Greece, characterized by palaces filled with gold and bronze treasures. Then suddenly, everything fell apart. Cities were abandoned or destroyed, and populations migrated. What triggered this collapse? Let's be honest. No one knows for sure why this collapse occurred, but there are several theories based on archaeological and historical evidence. What we do know is that during the Late Bronze Age, around 1200 to 1150 BCE, widespread social and economic disruptions led to the decline of major civilizations in the Eastern Mediterranean and Near East. First up, the climate changed dramatically. It got colder and wetter during short-term climatic events superimposed on longer trends, such as the Late Bronze Age cold event around 1200 BCE. These shifts made agriculture challenging in many parts of the Eastern Mediterranean, leading to widespread famine and societal disruption. Then there were earthquakes. Greece is indeed situated along several active tectonic faults, leading to frequent seismic activity during the Bronze Age. These massive quakes toppled buildings and caused fires that spread through cities. Imagine standing in an ancient city as walls crumbled around you, flames licking at your heels, casting shadows of impending doom across once thriving streets. The Mycenaeans depended extensively on maritime trade for essential resources. However, when climate shifts disrupted shipping routes, supply chains collapsed, and imports of vital materials and luxury goods ceased. This triggered a cascade of failures, leading to broader societal instability. Now here's where it gets wild. The collapse wasn't just about natural disasters. There were also invasions by groups like the Dorians. These people arrived in waves, raiding and sacking cities. They weren't just marauders. They brought new languages and customs that completely reshaped the region, influencing culture and society for centuries to come. And then, hold on to your hats, the Mycenaeans didn't leave a written record of their collapse. Their Linear B script disappeared along with their civilization. Imagine losing all knowledge overnight. History suddenly went dark. But there are clues. We find broken pottery, abandoned settlements, and graves devoid of proper burial goods. These signs indicate societal collapse and suggest people were struggling just to survive. Now, here's a mind bender. What if the Bronze Age collapse wasn't sudden but gradual? What if it happened slowly over generations, with each disaster pushing societies closer to the brink? Droughts, earthquakes, and invasions, each event weakening the resilience of civilizations until they could no longer withstand further shocks. So let's take a look at the timeline. Around 1200 BCE, major cities like Troy and Mycenae faced significant decline. Within just a few decades, these once thriving centers of culture and trade were left in ruins. But this wasn't just Greece. The collapse affected a wide swath across the Eastern Mediterranean, including Egypt, Syria, and Cyprus. Think about it. Multiple civilizations, superpowers all faltering simultaneously. That's not random. There must be a common cause underlying these synchronized collapses. Now here's where things get really interesting. Around 1200 BCE, a dramatic event occurred known as the Bronze Age collapse, marking the end of an era characterized by widespread societal disruptions across the Near East, Aegean, and Eastern Mediterranean regions. This period was followed by the rise of the Iron Age around 1000 BCE, with new tools, weapons, and ways of life emerging from the chaos. It was a time of transformation, as societies adapted to fresh ideas and improved technology. Imagine waking up one day to find everything you knew about your world turned upside down. The collapse of Bronze Age civilizations around 3,200 years ago brought an end to widespread use of bronze, disrupted trade networks, and halted written records in many regions. Societies had to rebuild from scratch, facing a dramatic shift in technology and culture. But it wasn't all negative. The collapse set the stage for new cultural developments and innovations. Oral traditions like those that inspired Homer's epic poems flourished during this period, preserving the memories of a bygone age before they were committed to writing. So here's what we're left with: a world that was once stable and prosperous suddenly crumbling into chaos. What caused it? Theories range from climate change to natural disasters to invasions, but no single explanation fully accounts for all aspects of the Bronze Age collapse. And that's why this period fascinates us so much. It's like peering through a crack in time to see civilizations transform and collapse before our eyes, reshaping the ancient world. Now let's dive deeper into one of these theories: climate change. Imagine if the weather turned against ancient civilizations for decades. Prolonged droughts could devastate crops, leading to widespread famine and economic instability. Without food, trade networks collapse and societies spiral into chaos rapidly. And then there are those earthquakes. The ground beneath Greece is seismically active to begin with, and massive quakes could devastate any society already struggling to recover from droughts or invasions. Think of it as the final blow, breaking the camel's back. But what about those invaders? They didn't just come out of nowhere. They had reasons for their raids and migrations. Perhaps they sought better land, richer resources, or a safer haven away from regions devastated by conflict, climate change, or political instability. And then there's the mystery of the lost script. Imagine if your language vanished overnight, leaving no records and no means to communicate with future generations. It's like losing the entire cultural fabric that bound your society together. So let's look at what we know for sure. These civilizations were interconnected in a complex web of trade and cultural exchange. When one collapsed, others followed, creating a domino effect that reshaped the ancient world. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Some scholars believe that the collapse wasn't just about disasters, but also internal strife, such as civil wars or political unrest. These factors exacerbate societal fragility when communities are already under pressure from external forces. Now, picture this scene. You're walking through the ruins of a once majestic palace. Broken pottery and shattered walls tell stories of a people facing unprecedented upheaval. The Mycenaeans, once rulers of a thriving civilization, now confront an uncertain future filled with political instability, economic hardship, and cultural transformation. And yet, amidst all this chaos, something new was born. Iron Age tools began to replace their bronze predecessors. New cities and civilizations arose from the ruins of earlier settlements. It's as if a phoenix rose from the ashes, marking the dawn of a new era in human history. So what can we learn from this? History indeed tends to repeat itself, and understanding the reasons behind past societal collapses can aid us in preventing our own downfall in the future. Consider this: climate change, economic instability, and political unrest were significant factors during historical declines, much like they're today. And yet there's hope. Every time a civilization falls, whether it be the Bronze Age collapse or another epic-defining event, something new rises up from its ashes. This cycle of rebirth and renewal continues to this day, shaping our world in profound ways. So here's your takeaway. The Bronze Age collapse wasn't just about destruction, it was also about creation. From the ruins emerged new ideas, technologies, and ways of life. This period highlights humanity's resilience and adaptability, showing how societies can thrive even after facing severe challenges. That's what makes history so fascinating, to see how human ingenuity overcomes adversity. But let's not forget the most shocking part: we still don't know everything. Every new discovery brings us closer to understanding this pivotal moment in ancient history, but it also raises more questions. It's a mystery that keeps us on our toes. Now, imagine walking through those ruins again, knowing what happened there. You see the broken pottery and wonder about the people who once lived there. Their story isn't over. It's just waiting to be uncovered by archaeologists, piece by ancient piece. So here's one last thing to ponder. If we can understand this collapse from thousands of years ago, perhaps we can learn how to avoid similar outcomes in our own time. The past serves as a mirror, reflecting both the dangers and the hopes that guide our future actions. And with that, let's take a look at the next piece of evidence that helps unravel the mystery of the Bronze Age collapse. Now, here's where it gets really wild. Think about all the artifacts and ruins we've uncovered so far. They paint a picture of a society in turmoil. But what if there were even more layers to this mystery? What if there were clues hidden right under our noses, waiting for us to uncover them? Let's zoom out for a moment. We're talking about an entire region, Greece, Egypt, and Syria, all descending into chaos simultaneously. It's as if history hit a reset button. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. After this collapse, something remarkable happened. The Iron Age began, marking a transition to new technologies and the rise of new cultures. Think of it as a phoenix rising from its own ashes, symbolizing rebirth and renewal in human history. Now, imagine standing in one of these ancient cities, looking at the ruins around you. You see broken pottery and shattered walls, signs of a society that once thrived but now lies in disarray. But then you notice something else. Newer bronze tools lying next to older ones, indicating a period of transition and renewal after a societal collapse. This scene captures the moment when ancient civilizations had to adapt and restart, leaving behind layers of history that tell their story. So here's your big question: how did this happen? How did a society reliant on bronze suddenly shift towards iron? The Bronze Age collapse around 1200 to 1150 BCE saw significant changes in technology and culture, marking the end of widespread bronze use and the beginning of the Iron Age. The answer might lie in the very upheaval that brought down these civilizations. Think of it as a period of reinvention, where societies had no choice but to adapt and innovate. The established traditions were no longer sustainable, so novel ideas emerged to meet the challenges of a changing world. And here's another mind-bender. What if this collapse wasn't just about destruction? What if it was also about transformation and renewal? Imagine a society that falls apart only to adapt and emerge stronger than before. Now let's zoom back in on the evidence. We find these ruins and artifacts, clues to a civilization long vanished. But every new discovery raises more questions. Think of it as peeling back layers of history, each one revealing something unexpected. So here's your next big question. What can we learn from history? How does understanding past events, like the Bronze Age collapse, help us navigate our own future? Let's delve deeper into one theory that might explain part of the Bronze Age collapse: internal strife. Imagine a society beset by political unrest and civil wars, exacerbating the challenges faced by populations already struggling with natural disasters or external invasions. Now here's something wild. Imagine walking through those ruins again, knowing what happened there. You see broken pottery and shattered walls, signs of a people who lived in fear and despair. But then you notice something else. New tools lying next to old ones, evidence of a rapid shift from older Bronze Age technologies to emerging Iron Age innovations. It's like history hitting pause and starting over again. And yet, amidst all this chaos, something incredible happens. New cities emerge from the ruins of old ones. Think about that for a moment. Destruction giving way to rebirth and renewal. The past isn't just a record of what happened. It's a guidebook for how we can shape our future. So here's your final thought. If we can understand this collapse from thousands of years ago, maybe we can learn how to avoid similar fates in our own time. History serves as a mirror, reflecting both dangers and opportunities. And with every new discovery, the story becomes richer and more nuanced. But let's not forget one last thing. The Bronze Age collapse wasn't just about destruction, it was also about creation. From the ruins emerged new ideas, technologies, and ways of life. This cycle continues to this day, teaching us resilience and innovation in the face of adversity. So here's your takeaway. Every time we uncover another piece of evidence from these ancient ruins, we get closer to understanding this pivotal moment in human history. But it also raises more questions. And that's what makes the Bronze Age collapse so fascinating, to see how humanity adapts and thrives even in the darkest times. Think about standing there, amidst the ruins of an ancient city. You're surrounded by broken pottery and shattered walls, signs of a society that once thrived but now lies in disarray. But then you notice something else. New tools lying next to old ones, suggesting a period of recovery and adaptation following the collapse. And yet, amidst all this chaos, something remarkable happens. New civilizations rise from the ruins of old ones. Consider this, destruction paving the way for renewal. The past is not merely a record of events. It serves as a guidebook for shaping our future. So here's your final thought. If we can understand this collapse from thousands of years ago, maybe we can learn how to avoid similar fates in our own time. History, indeed, serves as a mirror reflecting both danger and hope. And with every new discovery, the story of humanity's past becomes richer and more complex. But let's not forget one last thing. The Bronze Age collapse wasn't just about destruction, it was also about creation. From the ruins emerged new ideas, technologies, and ways of life. This cycle of renewal after crisis is a pattern that continues to this day, teaching us resilience and innovation in the face of adversity. So here's your takeaway. Every time we uncover another piece of evidence from these ancient ruins, we get closer to understanding this pivotal moment in human history. But it also raises more questions. And that's what makes the Bronze Age collapse so fascinating, to see how humanity adapts and thrives even in the darkest times. Imagine standing among the ruins of an ancient city, surrounded by fragments of pottery and crumbling walls, testament to a society that once flourished but now lies in disarray. Yet amidst this chaos, you notice new tools lying beside old ones, evidence of renewal and adaptation following historical upheaval. This scene marks a pivotal shift during the Bronze Age collapse around 1150 BCE, when many civilizations crumbled and were eventually reborn. And yet, amidst all this chaos, something incredible happens. New cities rise from the ruins of old ones. Think about that for a moment, destruction birthing new creation. The past is not merely a record of what has happened. It serves as a guidebook for how we can shape our future. So here's your final thought. If we can understand this collapse from thousands of years ago, maybe we can learn how to avoid similar fates in our own time. History serves as a mirror, reflecting both danger and hope. And with every new discovery, the story of our past becomes richer and more intricate. But let's not forget one last thing. The Bronze Age collapse wasn't just about destruction, it was also about creation. From the ruins emerged new ideas, technologies, and ways of life. This cycle of recovery and innovation continues to this day, teaching us resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. So here's your takeaway. Every time we uncover another piece of evidence from these ancient ruins, we get closer to understanding this pivotal moment in human history. But it also raises more questions. And that's what makes the Bronze Age collapse so fascinating, to see how humanity adapts and thrives even during the darkest times. Think about standing there, amidst the ruins of an ancient city. You're surrounded by broken pottery and shattered walls, signs of a society that once thrived but now lies in disarray. But then you notice something else. New pottery styles and tools lying next to old ones. It's like history hitting reset as cultures adapt and rebuild after collapse. And yet, amidst all this chaos, something incredible happens. New cities emerge from the ruins of old ones. Think about that for a moment. Destruction giving way to creation. The past isn't just a record of what happened. It's a guidebook for how we can shape our future. So here's your final thought. If we can understand this collapse from thousands of years ago, maybe we can learn how to avoid similar fates in our own time. History serves as a mirror, reflecting both danger and hope. And with every new discovery, the narrative becomes richer and more intricate. But let's not forget one last thing. The Bronze Age collapse wasn't just about destruction, it was also about creation. From the ruins emerged new ideas, technologies, and ways of life. This cycle of renewal and innovation continues to this day, reminding us of humanity's resilience and capacity for invention in times of adversity. So here's your takeaway. Every time we uncover another piece of evidence from these ancient ruins, we get closer to understanding this pivotal moment in human history. But it also raises more questions. And that's what makes the Bronze Age collapse so fascinating, to see how humanity adapts and thrives even in the darkest times.